Can you tell me about the heat process and why it works?
Enzymes die at 118 degrees. Without enzymes, life dies. So really, heat's going to kill every living thing in the house. The reason we only treat for bed bugs and not cockroaches or ants or mites or any of this is because bed bugs are unique in that they're attracted to heat. They find their food source by locating heat. Bed bugs, when we turn on our heaters, it's very common to see bed bugs come out of their hiding place and come toward the heat. At 107 degrees, they're attracted to heat up to 107, but at 107, they stop going toward the heat and they hunker down. They get underneath the first thing they can find. They don't go away from the heat. So that is really why we only treat for bed bugs, is because of that characteristic of bed bugs. And bed bugs, because they don't lay their eggs inside walls or wherever we can't get the heat, it's almost 100% effective.
And so bed bugs are a parasite.
Yeah, they feed off of your blood, and it is the only thing they will ingest. So, and really, they really prefer human blood. They'll climb over, I like to say, they'll climb over 50 dogs and 50 cats to get to a person. It's the human blood that they evolved with and that they want.
How hot do you have to get my house to kill a bed bug?
120 degrees is going to kill a bed bug in seconds, almost immediately. Now, the problem with heat is in the early days when it's a relatively new industry, is they were going too hot and the heat will wreck content in the house. They found, when you go above 160 degrees, you can melt glue joints in furniture, in the book bindings. So our equipment, they capped it at 135 degrees. At 135, you really wreck nothing outside of wax. And so a candle, something like that, chocolate will melt. And so we have to gather all the wax and get it out. Outside of that, we don't really bother with anything. We don't remove batteries, we don't flammables, anything like that. Below 135, there's been no damage.
So should I take out my television and my Xbox? I'm afraid those will get fried in your heat.
No, not at all. In fact, because bed bugs like heat, most electronics get warm when they're used. And it's, again, not uncommon when we turn on our heaters to see bugs coming out of heat sources such as Xbox, cable box, plasma screen TV, notebook computers, desktop computers, monitors. All of those things get warm. Bed bugs are attracted to it and will get inside. So you can't take that stuff out. Now, our heat is never wrecked. Below 135 degrees, we really have wrecked nothing. Not plastic, not electronics, plasma screen TVs, vinyl window, all of that stuff is fine. We've never had a problem with it.
Can I come in my house when you're treating?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's going to be warm. It's a very hot day in Las Vegas would be what we're going to be at. It's going to be at 135 degrees. For example, if you were to go to a health club and sit in the sauna, those are at 195 degrees. Many people read books and magazines. We're 60 degrees cooler than that. If you park your car, with the windows rolled up in Colorado on a sunny day, we put monitors in to see how hot it gets, easily gets up to 160 degrees. So we're quite a bit cooler than the inside of a car that's parked in a parking lot in Colorado.
So do I stay in my house while you treat it?
You're welcome to. I can tell you start sweating within 10 minutes and you will be thoroughly soaked with sweat in 15 to 20 minutes. So you don't want to. Typically, our preparation is don't do anything. Don't move anything. Don't clean up. Don't really get anything prepared. We want you just to leave. We don't want you to move things and have the bed bugs just scamper off and go in other places. Just leave it where it is. Let us come in and heat everything up. That's with the exception of wax. We want you to take all the candles out. We'll heat everything up, and once we get it up to temperature, the process pretty much takes us about an hour to set everything up. We'll set sensors out that we monitor the temperature with in every corner of every room. We'll bring in the heaters, get them plugged in, get the generator going that supplies the power source for our heat, and That all takes about an hour. Then it takes another hour to 2 hours to get it above 120 degrees, the lethal temperature. Once we're above 120 degrees, we turn on blowers that'll saturate this hot air through mattresses, through cracks and crevices, and inside books. If you have a 2-inch thick dictionary, we have to get that heat all the way to cook in the center of that book. It's kind of like cooking a turkey. You put it in at temperature and it still takes 6 hours or 4 hours to get it fully cooked. We're going to be cooking the house at 135 degrees for about 6 hours. During that 6-hour cook time, we go in and we move every possible thing to make sure the heat has a chance to penetrate and saturate through everything and get on every surface. We're going to flip the mattresses up. We're going to adjust the blowers on it. We're going to take the couch and move it up and saturate that with blowers. We're going to put blowers at the corners so that it goes right through the carpet and at the edges in particular where a bed bug might have gotten. Pretty much we're going to cook the entire house and kill everything in it.
What about plants and pets?
Anything living has enzymes. Enzymes die at 118 degrees. Mammals will cool themselves. Plants really can't. Plants will be dead in 45 minutes. If you want to save the plant, we want you to take it outside. We'd like you to wipe the pot down with rubbing alcohol. And the reason that is the nymphs and the eggs are too small for you to see, and we don't want you to take it out and then bring it back in and recontaminate the treatment. We really have to be thorough and be 100% effective. Same goes with the candle. If you want to save the candle, get paper towel and rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol, very inexpensive, a couple of dollars a bottle at most. And wipe it down, put it all in a bag, set it outside. Then you can bring it back in. The anatomy, again, of a bed bug is it doesn't really want to latch on. It has a hard time hanging on to fur or dog hair. It would be good when you take the dog out before you bring him back in to comb him. Or if the dog is going to go to a groomer, that's a great time, or a cat. But yeah, they don't want to be in the heat. We don't want them in the heat. Fish, if it's a small fish aquarium, it'd be great just to set it out in the garage, wipe it down so there aren't any bugs on the outside of the glass. If it's a big fish aquarium, we're going to wrap it in a bubble wrap, aluminum, a foiled insulator. We'll put a temperature sensor inside and monitor the temperature. If it looks like it's, if it raises a degree, we might drop a cube of ice in it just to keep the temperature constant. We've had very good luck with some enormous fish tanks.